cover bundle. Five winter edition. Yep. Alright, cool. Okay, ciao.
Hello, friend Cody. Happy spring. We have made it through winter.
Yeah, I mean, was it really winter though? I felt like there were maybe like 2 days that were cold.
Yeah, I will say. So, last year winter, we froze.
We got snow.
Died.
We got snow.
We died. It was so cold. I distinctly remember inviting friends over for board games. And before they even arrived, all you could see in the house was like fog inside the house. Fog inside the house. And we went out to go and get one of those gas heaters. And I'm not even kidding. We had to change that stupid gas tank out, swap it out once a week. It was just empty once a frickin' week.
Yep.
This year, we've not even taken it to be full. It was like half filled when winter started. We put it on, I think, twice, and then we moved it back to the garage again. And I was like, we're good.
Yeah, we even preemptively went to go fill a whole new gas canister and put it on. And then, so we have one of those gas things as well, but it's so old. It's like my dad's one from way back when.
And I mean,
when
you're
I tried
old,
it out,
and your dad is old, so that thing is like,
then you know,
old.
yeah, it's an antique. And when I tried to start it, it just wouldn't start. And I was like, oh, now I have to go buy a whole new heater because it's going to be freezing. But luckily, we only needed it like twice, so not too
last
bad.
winter scared us, and this winter was like, oh, it's fine, I got you. But I will say though, on that, when it does get cold is at night when I'm already in bed after playing games. And I think it's because of my like weird ass sleep schedule. But like a couple of weeks ago, I want to say like a month, maybe more, Larry and I were like, we're going to take all of the blankets off of the bed and only have one. Because, let me explain. We have a duvet with like 15 blankets on top because Larry gets cold at night, but then what this asshole does is he's cold up until he falls asleep. Then the moment he falls asleep, he's hot. So he takes a duvet with 15 blankets and he folds it over and it lands on me, which means I have a double duvet and like 30 layers of blankets. So I wake up feeling like this is it, I'm gonna die, like I can't breathe. I'm like and then it's a whole rigmarole. So I was like, I don't care, we're packing it away, this is done, I can't live this way anymore. So into the cupboard it went. And I swear we ended up like 4 nights ago when we had that random cold that came from nowhere. I lay in bed, Larry lay in bed. I'm like, so remember how all of those blankets are packed away? We kind of have to get them out again. It's freezing. Yeah, but now it's good again.
Yeah, it's good again. Yeah, we also, I mean, I was thinking about packing the stuff away, but then I knew like, you gotta wait until like the first week of spring, because you always have these weird like cold spells just before spring kicks in. So we still have everything on, but maybe this weekend we'll start taking some layers off. We'll see.
No, I removed everything. Yet. I was like, nope, will not die by suffocation of too many blankets. It's ridiculous. And mind you, just to paint this picture, not only do I have like a tower of blankets, I probably have a rabbit sat on my face as well. Like every day that I wake up, it's amazing that I made it through the night. I'm such a little survivor.
I don't know, I feel like 90% of that is due to your genetics, but yeah, let's blame the blankets. We'll blame the blankets. It does have me worried though that this summer is gonna be a blisteringly hot summer.
So hot, right?
Yo.
And that I'm not prepared for.
I feel like, you know what we need to do? We need to get nag Speedos and like just summer wear so we can just sit and not have to sweat, because I'm
cannot
dreading.
think of a more disgusting sight, truly. Like, it is etched into my brain than all of the NAG staff in NAG branded Speedos and nothing else.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
not
picturing
the
it. I'm seeing us at
attractive
Rage. Just all of us on the NAG stand in Rage Speedos and caps. That's it.
You know,
and slops.
the best thing about Rage a couple of years ago was that one cool guy that brought his portable aircon. That was so amazing. I think of that portable aircon fondly.
It's probably gonna have to happen this year. I'm predicting like 38 degrees every day when it gets to November. So I'm gonna need you, whoever you are, guy. Just pack your portable aircon, because we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it.
But it's fine. Hopefully this is the last summer of hassle, because the plan is, if Larry and I can get approval to buy the house in December, then we'll actually put air conditioning in. So hopefully.
We'll see. I'm one of those. So we own our house, and Ash is always like, oh, we need to put an aircon in. We need to put an aircon in. And I'm that guy that's like, as soon as we put an aircon in, we're just going to sell the house. And then we spend 50,000 Rand on an aircon.
You see, so Larry, when I met him, was staying in his own place. Mm-hmm. And it looked shit. Like, if you think of bachelor pad, I want you to downgrade that. Like, it was truly shit.
What's the downgrade of a bachelor pad? A homeless shelter.
It sort of looked like that, yes. Like, there was a mattress on the floor with springs that were broken through it. It was just a disaster of a place. Disaster.
Nice.
And we were like, okay, but we're not going to bother fixing the place up because Larry is going to move. Like, it's stupid. Mm-hmm. And then a year passed, and then we were like, well, now we're really not going to fix it up because Larry is going to move. And then another year passed, and then we were like, well, now we really can't afford to fix this place up because Larry is going to move. And another year passed, and then we were just like, you know what, screw it, let's put the money in, let's make it super nice, let's clear this place out. And sure, Larry only ended up staying there for another 8 months, but it was the best freaking 8 months, and we should have done it from the beginning. It was so great. It was still one of the nicest places I've ever been. Like, it was so nice. It was great to be there. All of our friends used to come over and visit literally every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. It was the coolest place to be. And we could have had that for 3 years. But no, we were not gonna do it because we're gonna move.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm on the fence now, but now this house is also on the market, so I don't know. You know what, maybe I just need to put an aircon in and then it will sell straight away. Maybe that's the last thing that's needed for this place to go.
The toilet seat, I told you, Cody.
Okay, our next overseas trip, I'll look for a toilet seat. Who needs an aircon when you can have a cooling toilet seat? Actually sounds quite nice. I'm imagining you get those hot summer days and you're sitting on the toilet and it's just so sweaty that you're sliding into the toilet. So a cool toilet seat sounds ideal, actually, now that I think about it. I'll go look for one.
The things that we get excited about. That's how you know we're officially old, right?
Okay. I mean, we get excited about other cool stuff too, but yes, young people don't get excited about aircon and
I will say,
I've
got a worse story than that. I followed a sponge on Instagram last week. So, for background, Larry and I are in love with the Scrub Daddy sponges. They're great. Okay. They work wonders. They are the superior sponge. However, as with everything in our life, we bought it twice and then they discontinued it locally.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, you know what? It's fine. I will import it from Amazon. I import a lot of stuff for years of US Amazon. It's always fine. The sponges are cheap. Everything's fine. The import for a single damn sponge is 500 Rand. Okay? It is just not worthwhile. So we've just had the Scrub Daddy for over a year. It's like a rag of a sponge, right? And the other day, Larry is like, we have to just throw it away. Like, it's done. Like, it's done. So we threw it in the trash. I open up Instagram, and turns out the reason why they got discontinued here is they're starting their own local distribution. And I was like, what? Follow instantly. And then I sent that profile to all of my friends. And I was like, look, it's got an Instagram page. And essentially, I am just following a sponge now. But I was so excited about it.
It's so weird that you bring that up, because for the past few months, I've been looking for a new sponge. Actually.
Scrub Daddy. I will send you my profile. It is the superior sponge. Once you've gone Scrub Daddy, you'll never go back. It's so good.
Okay, yeah, send it to me. Because I've been trying all sorts of things.
It's the rocket book of sponges. I'm telling you, it's so good.
Is it going to like connect to an app and tell me like you only covered 85% of your body, you need to scrub more here, only 35 scrubs per session? No?
Do you know you get a super sick smart toothbrush? Not an electric toothbrush, a smart toothbrush that does just that. And I have been eyeing it for years now.
I don't know. Ash has a nice fancy electric toothbrush that's like dentist recommended and all that kind of stuff. And I'm still sitting on my 6-pack toothbrushes. That's probably kids' toothbrushes. I don't even know, but I just keep getting those ones. So we'll be okay.
No, this is like a normal toothbrush, but it's got Bluetooth in it that syncs to your phone, and it maps your mouth like your smart vacuum. And then it'll tell you, oh, you missed that tooth, you spent too little time here, your pressure's too hard, your pressure's too soft. Wow. I'll send it to you. And it's sleek. It's like black carbon.
What happens when the bristles run out? Can you replace the heads?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But instead of like a lot of the electric toothbrushes, they've most got that like weird round head. This visually looks just like a normal regular toothbrush.
Okay, yeah, send it. Let's see. Maybe I get myself something for Christmas. Which makes me feel old now that I'm thinking about getting myself a toothbrush for Christmas.
And the best is, I don't know if you and Ash are at that age, but like Larry and I justify our oldness by trying to make it cool. As an example, the other day we were looking for a diffuser to just make the house smell nicer or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then we were like, oh, we can get a smart diffuser and then it can sync with the rest of a house. And actually, this is really cool. This isn't lame at all. This is the greatest thing. And obviously, if we have a whole ecosystem, we need the diffuser. That's what we do. We make it cool. I think
that sounds cool to me. I don't know about pretending. That's definitely, I agree with that 100%. Tell me which diffuser you get as well. So I need a sponge, I need a toothbrush, and I need diffuser. The diffuser, okay.
I can make it cooler. What is actually cool about it? Not only does it sync with the smart home with voice control, scheduling, whatever, but the entire base syncs with your RGB lights. Ooh. So it's got like a light in as well, and when it diffuses the like whatever you call it, the scent, it comes out in like a puff of like whatever color the RGB lights are.
Ooh. See, now I'm back on that smell-o-vision thing. We should get the scents from games and hook it up to your TV.
We should absolutely not. That is, no one wants that, Cody.
What do you think Star Wars Outlaws smells like?
Cody, have you ever eaten the Birdie Bots every flavor beans?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever get like something like dead fish or vomit or dog poo?
So I think the worst I've gotten is the earwax one. I always
wasn't great, was it?
No, not great. Okay. Obviously.
Now that is what smell-o-vision is gonna be.
It's just, if you're eating earwax in the game, you've got to taste and smell it.
No,
so
gross.
It enhances the realism. Okay. We'll import some flavors and just try with your new diffuser. Just just to try. We can throw them away if they're terrible later, but I bet everyone's going to come to your house on Friday night.
I already live in like the grossest house. Can I tell you so? My dog has a serious farting problem. And everybody warned us. Yes, everybody was like, it's bad. We have him on a daily probiotic. And it helps a lot. Like, it takes it from a 10 down to a manageable 5.
Okay.
But his probiotic ran out, and I was like, look, I'm not going to put an online order through just for probiotic. We just have to tough it out up until his pellets are done, then I order everything together. He's lying last night in the office of me and Larry. All of a sudden, he ups and runs out of a room. And like, as I turn my head to see, like, did he hear something? My dog, like, why is he running? The smell hits both me and Larry. It was so vile. Now, Larry is trying to get Zeke to come back into the room. This asshole dog is standing by the door, I kid you not, smelling the air, like, and then backing away, like shaking his head and backing away. Like, the smell is so bad, he would not even re-enter the room. He was like, nah, that room is toxic now, I'm out. Okay.
It's because he doesn't even know.
That is my daily life. And now you want to add, like, even worse or more sense to that. No, thank you.
Oh, it's fantastic. You should just get some probiotics by the sounds of things.
Do you know we have a road trip coming up? It's our family holiday. And we're driving with my mom and dad in the car all the way from Centurion to Wilderness.
Okay.
So what's that? Like a sweet, like 18-hour drive?
Yeah, it's a very long drive.
With that like crime against humanity in the car with us.
You're just gonna is that diffuser like battery powered? You're gonna need one of those. You need those things that stick into the
smelling
grates.
Salts.
Yeah. Ooh, smelling salts. Ooh. Anything. Maybe just I saw a guy on Instagram, he's 3D printed this thing that you stick in your nose and it's got filters in the bottom. Maybe you need one of those.
I definitely do. Like, it's bad.
Okay, we'll try find the files and 3D print one and then just let us know. Let us know if it's any good. We'll sell it to the people who own bulldogs.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Shame. Siggy's he's actually at the vet right now getting a sweet little...
I can't say anything about your situation, Cody. This is ridiculous. Can we please have a running tab on our podcast with how much money your vet bills have been since January? And every week we can just upgrade the tally. And it can be like, you can have like a dream, like a new house. And then we can push the goal towards how far but okay.
No, it's crazy. I think... Look, he's at the vet now because he's getting groomed. So that's a normal, regular pet visit. Although he is booked to go in tomorrow because he needs to have a tooth extracted. So there's that as well, which is going to cost however much. Who knows what.
We should have all become vets. I'm telling you.
Yeah, definitely. The amount of times I've spent at the vet.
As like a career if you wanted to like roll in it as a child. And they really should have.
Did you know that Len was in vet school before he did everything else? Yeah, you see? He could have been a vet. We could have been NAG, the veterinarian hospital. But now...
been so rich.
We're just a gaming company. Wow.
A poor gaming company. We could have been rich vets.
Yeah. It's okay. We love the richness of the community.
I don't even understand it because I don't feel like I've ever seen like a rich person and been like, ooh, I wonder what they do for a living, and then they're a vet. But yet, and I agree with you, if I look at my vet bills, right, it's outlandish. And I'm on pet insurance. Which, just by the by, for everybody listening, I think Cody will agree is a must. If you get a dog, pay for the pet insurance. But let me just say, it is rivaling my very own medical aid, which is a very tough pill to swallow.
So I was gonna say, Ashley's cousin is a doctor, a human doctor. And she was taking her cat to the vet like a couple months ago, and she was looking at the thing and she's like, I literally do the same surgery on a human being and it doesn't even cost a fraction of the price of what you're about to do to my cat, which is like this big, you know? It was ridiculous. And then we were asking her all the pills, what's this? And she's like, oh yeah, in humans we use this one and this one and this one. And then I'm just sitting there wondering, I wonder if the next time Siggy needs pills, if I can just get a prescription from Ash's cousin to see if it works out cheaper. Funnily enough, actually, so Siggy's on Essential, which is just liver support. I mean, we can buy that at Dischem. It is cheaper to get Essential through your vet. So if you ever need Essential, just go to your vet. Just life hacks.
Okay, but wait. Please just explain how in your mind you see that conversation going. Do you pitch to the vet with or without a pet, firstly?
Just phone them up, tell them your name, and say, my dog, I'm from another province, I'm visiting on holiday, my dog ran out of Essential, can I get a pack of 50?
And then they're like, how heavy is your dog? And you're like, 105 kilos, I think. And they're like, what type of dog do you even have? How old is your dog? 32. I mean, like, 3?
Okay, just write the script out beforehand. Plan it. If you're going to save money, you've got to, like, get the whole thing going. You can't just willy-nilly phone the vet. Jeez.
What type of dog do you feel like you are, Cody?
A horse. But it works. It works.
But the things we do for our pets, right?
Love them. Gotta love them. Oh, speaking of that as well, I don't know if we told you, but we were on the list for these 2 other puppies.
No?
What? Oh, okay, maybe I told Alba. Anyway, we were on the list for 2 puppies, but we were a month early because they still need to get their shots and whatever. One of them's are
Scotties.
So they call them Schnotties, which is a Schnauzer Scotty cross.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds cute. It also sounds like a child who needs to blow his nose, but hey, it is what it is.
It
so the
sounds
ones are
expensive. That's what it sounds like. It sounds very much like an English bulldog, like a dog bred to be expensive.
I'm hoping that because it's a cross between 2 different breeds, they've ironed out the problems that we have with our current Scotty. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, but we'll see. I don't know. But anyway, the one's already been adopted. The other one we're on the list for now. And I swear, when we did our application, I was like, this is going to be a cinch. They're going to phone us like before the dogs are even ready and be like, yes, you guys are perfect. You have like yard space, and like we ticked yes for all the boxes and everything. And then they were just like, yeah, cool, we'll put you on the list. And I feel like they did it at the end, so we're not even top of the pile. We're like bottom of the pile for 1, not 2. And I'm waiting for the Facebook post to come out. This dog was adopted, and we're just left hanging like, why?
I will say, when we adopted Zeke last year, it was the first time that I actually adopted a dog. Previously, it was my parents. And it was exceptionally overwhelming because I felt like I would have had to fill out less paperwork and be less invested on selling myself if I was trying to adopt a child. For sure, right? I did do exactly the same thing. Like, had you fill out all the forms, check all the boxes, be like, look, I do work from home, I can give attention. I do fill out a questionnaire on other pets that we have, the friendliness of other pets that we have. It was truly ridiculous.
Yeah, it was crazy. There's one part where you kind of like have to sell yourself, kind of like a CV.
Yes.
And then we're sitting there typing it all out and we're going over it and like, nah, that sounds too overselling. Like, we should cut that out bit, but we need to include this bit. Like, we need to show that we're also reliable, but we're maybe not too reliable. Like, we're also not strict, but we're strict enough. And you're just sitting there like, wow, what have we turned into? And then they don't even read the application.
Yep. It's harsh out there. But it is funny how quickly you're like, what did I turn into? On Saturday, we take Zeke to the dog park. Mm-hmm. And I distinctly remember the first time we went to the dog park, we had Zeke on his little harness with his little lead, and the guy that worked there came sprinting towards us and was like, you have to take it off. It is a free roaming park. And I was like, okay, but what if my dog is a killer? And he was like, no, he has good vibes. And that is how it was. That guy has since left. And on Saturday, we're all standing at the park because now we've made park friends, Cody.
Ooh.
We have like regulars. They update us on when they're going to be away, when like holidays are coming up. Like, it's a thing now. So we're standing by our regulars, chatting, catching up, and then all of a sudden this guy arrives and he's got his dog on a harness and on a lead. And I'm like, that is ridiculous. This is a free roaming park. He should let his dog off. His dog will be fine. And like, as it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, what have I become? I'm that guy. I'm about to run up to him and be like, your dog has good vibes. Let it off.
But it does make sense. I've been telling my dad that he must let the dogs off the leash, because when they're on leash, that's when they feel like they need to protect something. When they're off leash, they're super chilled. Anyone who takes their dogs to the park would know that. Proper dog people.
Though I will say, my dog at the dog park is absolutely ridiculous, because all he does is run to the people and then flop onto his back for like belly scratches, then run to the next person, then flop, belly scratches, and so on.
Sounds right. Sounds about right. Okay, but let's bring this back to gaming, since we always somehow land up on people's pets and dogs and kids and stuff. What are you excited for, since it's the beginning of a new week, a new month, a new season, so much newness? What are you excited for coming up? What's on your thing?
You've asked me at a very bad time, because I haven't looked through my list yet. But I will tell you that Larry and I have been on a fire streak the last week, and I don't even understand like how it happened. So Larry's got like super heavy deadlines for his project, so he's been working through the night. So what we've been doing is looking for smaller indie games that you can take like a 10-minute break, play, clear your head, keep you awake, and then work again. And we managed to start and finish Crypt Custodian. It's a new game. It released like a week ago.
That's cool.
Fantastic game. Such a good time. Then I was on a high off of that game, and I was like, look at us. We've actually finished a game. We 100%ed it. Let's start something else. Found a game called #Blood. Also a small indie game. So freaking good. We 100%ed it and finished it at like 1 a.m. this morning. And I was like, I don't even know how to top this. Like, you know, sometimes when you're in a movie watching mood, you'll play a movie and then it's so good and you're like, why didn't I play this before? And then you'll put on another movie and you're like mind blown. But then you'll put on the third movie and it's such trash, and then you're cursed for weeks again. I feel like that is where I'm at now. I've had 2 like 10 out of 10 gameplay experiences. So good, cannot find fault beginning to end, and I'm too scared. What do I play next?
So nobody send any review keys to Arielle because although maybe this is the perfect opportunity for you to jump into Monster Jam trucks.
Cody, what are you excited about this month? Let's bring the conversation back to gaming.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, in terms of what I'm playing, I'm still busy with Children of Morta, like Morta. Anyway, whatever it is.
Cody, I hate you for that, by the way. You caused such an argument last night in our house.
About the pronunciation of mortar?
No, because you told me you're playing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So while 1 a.m., so actually this morning, not last night, we're looking for what our next game will be. Larry's like, well, we've played 2 single-player games. Maybe we do a co-op-y thing next. I'm like, cool, now we're going through the library. So Larry owns a copy of Children of Mortar. Larry's like, ooh, we should play that, but then we must just buy another copy. I'm like, we don't have to buy another copy. Cody has a copy. Larry's like, Cody does not have a copy. I have a copy. I'm like, Larry, why do you always feel the need to argue with me? Cody, you're playing Larry's freaking copy because of a family sharing.
Me?
Yes.
Fun
So
times.
it's for family sharing, but that's why I thought you had a copy. But I don't even know why I was dying on the hill that you had a copy, as hard as I was dying on the hill that you had a copy. But
to be fair, I do have a copy, but it's obviously not on Steam because this isn't the first
probably
time
on
I'm
Switch.
playing the game.
We have it
it's
on
probably
Switch
on
as well.
Switch, yeah. Okay.
But I was
Damn.
dying on that hill. I was like not backing down. And the more Larry's like he's looking at it, the more I'm like, well, you're clearly looking at it wrong.
Well, you're welcome. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. It's just such a nice, it's one of those as well where you can jump in, play a couple rounds or whatever you want to call them, and then jump off again. So that's cool. But I am keen for the new Zelda coming out. We actually get to play as Zelda. That's going to be cool. We'll see how that works.
What do you mean? We've always played as Zelda, Cody.
For a second, you had me.
Cody! That's like, I didn't even tell you what happened at Park Live. I didn't tell you this part of the story. Okay. So, we're at Park Live. Everything is chilled. There's this one super, super irritating dude. Why I say he's super irritating is every single time he walked past me, he would stumble over something and slosh his beer down my back. It wasn't irritating the first time it happened. It was irritating like the 25th time it happened. And also each time, you know how you naturally move a little and then he'd seek me out. It was just like a little much. And like the 25th time he did it, I gave him a death glare. And he met my eyes, moved from me to Larry, and went, "What, bro? What? I love your Half-Life cap. How sick! What a sick Half-Life cap. That's amazing." Then he called 3 of his like dude friends, and he was like, "Look at that Oak's Half-Life cap. It's so sick." It was an Overwatch cap, Cody. Now there's like a gaggle of like 5 guys around Larry talking about how sick this Half-Life cap is and where did Larry get it. At the back of the cap, it literally says in the biggest letters, Overwatch, right? And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, what is happening?
Nice. Well done. I'm actually pretty sure you sent me a photo of Larry and his Half-Life
I did!
cap. So I will post this photo here so everyone can appreciate the Half-Life cap.
That Half-Life cap.
Man.
And then this dude keeps on going like, "Do you play, bro? Like, do you play? When last did you have some like Half-Life brew?" And I'm like, what conversation is happening? And you know, I'm already antisocial with strangers, and now there's a group of them and they're just like, "Oh, what's your favorite part?" And I'm like,
he should have
and Larry
kept it
doesn't
going,
even tell
but
them. Larry doesn't even tell them. Larry's just like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like, just be like, it's an Overwatch cap.
he should have said my favorite part is, and then explained like Overwatch situations to see like if they would catch on, or be like, "Oh, I've never played that part. Is that like a DLC or something?" We should do that next time. Missed opportunity. That's okay.
Yes, it's from Half-Life 4. Haven't you played it?
Half-Life 4, sure. I haven't actually. I haven't personally. Anyway, let's wrap this one up so we can carry on doing all the things we need to do before the end of the day, which is at a specific time.
Who knows what time it is? I mean, me and Cody sure knows, but who else does? Okay, so, guys, now that winter is officially behind us, we are, I won't say hard at work. We are contemplating being hard at work on the next magazine issue, which means if you haven't already picked up our annual from last year or the winter edition from literally 5 minutes ago, head on over to shop.nag.co.za, pick those up so that you can be in the know when the new one hits. If for whatever weird reason you do not like the magic of holding a physical thing in your hand, you can head over to www.nag.co.za, where our golden words just die on the interwebs because they're not saved in a little magazine forever. It's objectively less good, but you do you.
I mean, there's the whole physical digital debate going about games, and we're supplying you with physical copies of the magazine, so I'm just saying go and pick one up.
Yep.
Anyway, if you guys would like to be a part of this show or NAG, anything that we have to do, feel free to drop us a mail at hey@nag.co.za. Let us know your thoughts on what you're playing, what we're playing, all the cool new hardware and whatever's floating about your mind. Even if it's unrelated to gaming, I'm pretty sure we'll get to it eventually. Otherwise, follow us on all our social media platforms, which are X, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, AYOBA. Anything else?
You know why you kill me with that? I just realized now. Do you know, or at least I'm like this, I have a certain way of saying my phone number. Like, I break it up a certain way. And Larry always breaks my number up wrong. Whenever he tells my number to someone, it's always wrong. And then he looks at me for confirmation. And I'm like, I don't even recognize that number. Like, good luck. You must know now. No one knows. I have a specific way because I post onto the socials. So I always open them in the same order. It's X, Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads, Instagram. And you always say that order wrong. And then I'm like, I can't keep track. I don't know what platforms you've said, what you haven't said. Who knows?
I always try to say it in a specific order, but
your order is wrong.
Reason,
Your order is wrong. It's X,
never the same.
Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads, Instagram. It's always the same. That is the order my little tabs are that I just click through.
Okay, so if anyone hasn't caught on, you can follow us on X, LinkedIn, Threads, Facebook,
Instagram,
or Instagram. We post everything we post online on those pages, so be sure to follow us. We also post all our giveaways, which we actually kicked a new one off this week, so be sure to check out those posts. If you've ordered a magazine, you can enter. If you haven't ordered a magazine, go and order a magazine and then you can enter.
If you have entered a previous week's competition, you can still enter. We don't discriminate here.
For sure. Also, don't forget to check out, we do have some people that have posted some codes across the internet, so you can get a discount on the magazine. For anyone that lives in Pretoria, you can visit Outdoor Photo. They have our magazine stocked. Comic Warehouse, I believe, has our comics stocked. Our very thick comic magazine stocked. So you can go pick them up over there as well. Otherwise, you can also drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp line, which is 0628341919. Send us some photos, send us some voice notes, and other cool stuff. And I think that's everything.
Yeah, we're done.